Hey everyone, and welcome back to Scratch. This is Hot Nachos. Let's start. So, before we begin, today's main thing, is I'm gonna actually finally be coding a project. I'm gonna begin coding a project. Finally, I'm gonna actually stop playing and start coding. But first, I need to show you a project that I just coded a few days ago, or like a week ago, or I don't remember when. So I have all due credit, but first watch this, and then I will give all due credit.
John, the game's something. Oh, yeah,
Enjoy. Oh man, so anyway, I don't know if you heard it well. I have the desktop audio kind of down, so here's all the due credit here. Sherlock, the best show ever, was created by Stephen Moffat and Mark Gatiss. The original song was made by David Arnold and Michael Price. The remix was made by Awesomeizer, which is a person on YouTube. I don't know their actual name. And then these characters here, Sherlock and Sean Watson, are played by Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman. So yeah, just so you know, all that stuff, all the credit. So but anyway, let's get right into it and start coding a new project. So I honestly don't know what to make. I don't know what project to code. I don't know what to do. Let's mess around with this cat. So first, let's give our project a title. Project in progress. There we go. Okay. So now, let's mess around with the cat. I'm just going to show you some of the basic stuff we can do. So we got the motion blocks. Yeah, I'm going to basically show you what these blocks do. I honestly don't know all of them, but I'm going to just use this time to show you what some blocks do. So, the move 10 steps block, move blank steps. If I click on this, when the code runs, he moves forward, just 10 steps in the direction he's facing. I can change the number, move 50 steps, he'll move that way. Turn 15 degrees, turn right 15 degrees. If I click that, he will rotate, 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 rotate. Now I can also use this button to turn him back the other way. Now here, point in direction. I can have him point in a direction. 90 degrees is right, negative 90 degrees is left, but he turns upside down for some reason. 90 degrees is right. That is because his rotation style. I think there's another block to do that, yeah. So let's change his rotation style. So I can set his rotation style. Right now it's all around. But if I change to left, right, there, that changes rotation style. Now if I have him point in the other direction, now he can't turn all around, he can only turn left and right. So now he'll be like this. I can also do up and down, but that won't affect him because his rotation style is left, right. Now I can also set it to don't rotate, but there's really no point for that. So let's set it back to all around. If I can even just click on it here, and it'll work. Set rotation style all around, and let's have him point in the right direction. And yeah, okay. Next block, point toward mouse pointer. When I click this, he will point toward wherever the mouse is pointing. Now, the go to block, well, it's always set to wherever he is right now, but if I just change the coordinates, X, 90, y, negative 35. Now I click the block, and he moves there. Go to mouse pointer. If I click this, he goes as far as he can towards me. Now there's an easier way to do this. There's things that you can use for that, but we'll get there in a sec. Glide 2 coordinates. So I can again punch in some coordinates, 98 and y negative 76. And then I can set how long it takes him to glide there. Let's do 3 seconds. And now he'll move that long. The speed is determined by how long it will take him to get there. Change x by 10. That basically the same thing as move 10 steps, but instead of doing it in the direction he's facing, it always goes toward the left or right, and then y always goes up or down. Now I can set his x position, doing like 90 and doing that. If on edge, bounce. There. If I set if on edge, bounce. We'll get to that later when we get into some more stuff. And then we've got set rotation style. And these things you can drag in here. You can drag into these blocks. Like if I got the glide to his current x position, y position. Well, that won't do anything, because no matter where he is, he'll always go to his same exact position that he's in. So that won't do anything. Now, let's work on putting blocks together. And this is what we call a script. So we've got move 10 steps. Then glide for 1 second to... We're going to put in some more coordinates. 133. So you can drag them together and make a script. And then go to a random position. Now, when I click this, it will execute all of them. First he'll move 10 steps, then he'll glide, then he'll go to a random position. And it will all be very fast because, yeah. Now, because I didn't have any weight blocks in there, so any control, you can use control blocks to set time limits. But let's move him back, and let's, well, tell you what. Let's set x to 0, set y to 0. If I drag those together, we can make the script to send him back to his original position and point him in the right direction. Now he is back in his original position. Now if I click events, actually, hang on a minute. I don't have my watch. Okay, this is how I keep track of my time for my videos. Sorry about this, but I just need to set a timer real quick. So, now, we could go into looks blocks, but there's some very important blocks in events. So let's go to the event blocks. Now these, as you can see, they have a curved top and this little thing in the bottom. They have no hole at the top like these. So so you can't put in a block on top of them. So let's play around with the event blocks. So these always start a script, except these two here. But these can always start a script. They can end a script, but they will also always start a script. Set an alarm. Let's just do a stopwatch then. Hang on, I'm really sorry about this, but 10 minutes, that's not what I want. Okay, that's it. 10 minutes, what is this? Okay, I'm sorry. Let me trash that. There we go, okay. We got the timer started. Now, back to scratch. Okay, so let's start with the when green flag clicked block. Now, this is the block that you'll usually want to start most scripts. Now, if I add another block to this, like the move 10 steps, and then let's have him turn, then glide 1 second to x0, y0. So he'll glide back to here, and then point. Actually, let's have him point towards. Ooh, I don't think we can actually do that. Okay, then let's have him point in the right direction then. So now, basically, what this block does is it means that when I don't have to click on the script to start it. And this is how you're going to do it with, if I go to the project page. As you can see, when other people are playing this project, they won't be able to click on the scripts. But what they have to do is this green flag to start it, and that block means that when they click the green flag, the instant the project starts, he does the thing that he's supposed to do, and that didn't work well. Yeah, okay. So, let's go back to the scripts. See, so that means I don't have to click on it. And that's a great idea because when green flag clicked, he goes to the mouse pointer. He'll move toward my mouse pointer. Move toward my mouse pointer. Now, obviously, he can only do that once, so that's kind of an issue. But let's just set him back to x0, y0, and move. Okay, so that's a bit of an issue, but there are blocks that can fix that. So, but we'll stay in the event blocks for now. So when key pressed, now I can set this to any key on my keyboard. Well, actually, the space keys, the arrow keys, the letters or numbers, or any key, when any key pressed. Let's do it when space key pressed. Let's actually have him move around. So let's have when up arrow pressed. Well, actually, okay. When up arrow pressed. Actually, here we go. This is the best idea. Let's set his rotation style to left-right first. And let's make a script to do that so that when the green flag is clicked, his rotation style gets set to left-right. Actually, we don't even need a script for this. There's an easier way to do this. We click on the little info thing, and let's call him the cat. We can rename the script, set his direction, set his rotation style, and set if he's showing or not. So let's have that. Now his rotation style will always be left-right no matter what. Now when the up arrow key is pressed, we can have him point in direction 0, which is up. Now since his rotation style is left-right, he won't actually turn at all, but then when up arrow key is pressed, move 10 steps. Now, as long as we're holding the up arrow key, he'll keep moving 10 steps in the direction he's pointing. Since he's technically pointing up, he'll move up. So now if I hit the green flag, he moves up as long as we're holding the up key. But now we have no way to get him back down. So, the way we get him back down is we make another script. Now you can have as many scripts as you want for a thing called a sprite. Anything in the game is called a sprite, and these bits of code here are called scripts. Now you can have as many scripts as you want for a sprite. Now I am not pretending to be a genius expert on Scratch. I know quite a bit, but there's still so much stuff that I do not know about this. So let's have a way to move him back down. When down arrow pressed, that means this will happen when I hit the down arrow. And as long as the down arrow is being pressed, this will continue to happen. Now, let's have him point in direction 180, pointing down. Now, he won't really be pointing down because his rotation style is left-right. Move 10 steps. Now, we can hold the down arrow and the up arrow to move him up and move him down. Now we can move him up and down. But let's have a way to move him side to side. So we're going to add even more scripts. Now, if you don't want to keep dragging the blocks in, but you want a very similar script, but you don't want to drag the blocks in, there's a simple way to do this. We have the cloning tool here. And if we click that on the top of a script, that'll clone the entire script. And now we can just change the little things in there. If we want right arrow, we can move him right. And then we can clone this script again. And now with our fourth script, we can change to left arrow, pointing him in the left direction and move 10 steps. Now we can move him, point in direction. Oh yeah, we need to point him in left. Okay. So now left arrow keys pressed. See, since his rotation style is left-right, he does turn left and right when he needs to move left and right, but he doesn't turn when he goes up and down. Now we can't do one at once. I honestly have we can't do two directions at once. Like, we can't move him diagonal. I honestly don't know how to do that. Now he is moving a bit slowly. There's like a little delay in there. So I don't know how to get rid of that delay, honestly. Maybe if we decrease the steps. Let's change this to 5 steps. I think that'll actually move him a bit slower, but it'll look a bit less choppy. And it might get rid of the delay. Let's try that. Yeah, he is moving a bit slower, but oh yeah, the delay is definitely still there. I don't know how to get rid of that delay. He is moving definitely slower. So let's switch it back to 10. And now we can have him move around. Now these are just some basic simple projects. I can make better projects than this, but nowhere near as good as some other people have made that I've been playing. Like that platformer game, I have no idea how to make a platformer. I could make a good decent top-down game, but a platformer, I've got no idea how to make. I don't know the script for gravity. I don't know the code that will incorporate the gravity. I really have no clue. So now we've got him moving around. So let's but what if we want? But you'll see the project stops every time. Look, if you see the green flag's on, but every time we put a different arrow, it stops and then starts again. But every time we stop hitting arrow, it stops and starts again. So if we add in the green flag, but we'll have it. Now this happens when there's not a green flag clicked thing. But now we've got one green flag clicked. Then we'll have him go to the 0, point and point in direction 90. Now we click the flag to start him up there, and we can move him around. Now you notice it's still kind of stopping, but click the flag. I don't think that happens. If we go to the project page, now you'll see, click this, start up, and he goes there. And click the flag. Now this, just stops every time. We can just move him around. So let me try to refresh this page. Now we're at the player. There. Now when you come to the new page, you click that. Start him up. I don't know why it keeps stopping, but it's technically the same product. It's not actually stopping. And that'll happen if you stop, and if you click the green flag to start him up again. Now let's add one more key. Actually, let's not yet. When this sprite clicked. Now this block makes something happen when the sprite is clicked. So let's have when he's clicked, he will. What should he do? When he's clicked, let's have him go to a random position. So now, we'll start the script up. We can move him around, but if we click him now, he goes to somewhere random. Keep clicking him, and he moves all around the place, all somewhere completely random. Click him, click him, click him, he moves all around. Let's click this to get him back into position. What's the next event block? When a backdrop switches to backdrop 1. Okay. Let's go to the backdrop now. So, we got sprites. We can put in as many sprites as we want, but let's change the backdrop. Well, we can give the backdrop some scripts too, but it obviously can't move. So, let's make a backdrop. So, first thing, actually, let's not worry about that yet. I'll get to that. But right now, let's go back to the cat. And let's not worry about the backdrop thing or the loudness thing, because we haven't gotten to that yet. Let's go with messages. Now, these are really for when we have more than one sprite. So let's add a sprite. Now, there's 4. We can have as many sprites as we want, but there's 4 different ways we can do this. We can pick a new sprite from the Sprite Library on Scratch. we can paint a new sprite. But that involves the costumes, and I'll get to that in a second. But let's delete this sprite for a sec. We can upload a sprite by picking a picture here from our pictures library. Or we can take a picture. I gave permission, excuse me. Done. Continue allowing. Please work. Why you not work? It didn't work. Don't know why. Let's try again. Not working. Okay. So, let's get right into... Okay, well before we make a new sprite, let's talk about costumes. Now, this sprite has two costumes. Costume 1, Costume 2. Now, costumes are just different looks. Now, we can make it switch between costumes if we go into once we go into the look blocks, we'll get into costumes and stuff. But for now, let's just pick a new sprite. Let's not paint one. Let's pick a new sprite. Let's have the cheese puffs happen. Now, the cheese puffs have their own separate script, so let's make them just go here when the flag's clicked. Let's click the flag, get them back in position. Now we can make something happen. Now, this uses the broadcast block. Now, broadcast blocks basically mean when something happens, triggered by one of the event blocks, when the script gets to this broadcast block, it will send a message out, and this message will go to all the sprites. And if any of the sprite... Okay, so let's start by making something happen. When space is pressed, we can make it broadcast a message. And let's just keep that as message 1. Now, cat... Now that means... If we start it up, whenever we press the space key, it sends out a message, but nothing happens. So the broadcast block basically sends out a message to every sprite and the backdrop saying, hey, it's time to do something. It's, hey, message 1 has been triggered. It's like, message 1 is a go. Now, nothing happens. Now, any sprite that has a script, starting with a when I receive block, and this part is the same message, then when they receive the broadcast, this block will, now they've received the message, so any script right with this, and that will put this script into action. So let's give it a script. Let's have it turn 15 degrees. No, he can't because he's rotation out the frame. So let's have him go to the mouse pointer. Now when he receives the message 1, the cat will go to the mouse pointer. So basically this means if I click space, cat will go to the mouse pointer. Space, 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 space. Now, we didn't have to include it in the script. There's an easier way to do this. We could have just replaced this with when a space key press to go to that. Now, usually you'll have a script before that, like have it do something and then broadcast the message, and then that gets that. But we haven't got into much of the blocks yet. So let's move into the next kind of blocks. Let's get rid of the message, because that's not very important. So, we'll keep the cheese puffs here. So, the way we're going to do this, next we're going to go into the looks block. We can go into looks or control. Control is actually a very important part of the script. So, these control blocks are very important, but let's actually go to looks next. So, looks. These are all visual stuff. These are all important. So, we have the say blank for blank seconds block. Now, what this does, let's attach this to an event block to start it off. Let's do when space key is pressed. Now we got rid of the message, so he won't move to the mouse pointer, but he will say something. Now, if I hit space, he'll say hello, and it lasts for 2 seconds. Now let's change something in here. Let's change it to 1 second. Now, hello! And God, it doesn't last as long. Now what if we change it to 0.1 seconds? Hello! 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 Hello, 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 hello. Because we're holding it. Okay, let's change it back to 1 second. And let's change the message now. We can type something else in this block. Say, yummy cheese puffs. Now, we hit space. Yummy cheese puffs. 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 Okay. So now, next look block is just say. Now what this is different, because this is different than the other block, because now if we type in, say, yummy cheese puffs. Now there's no time on here. He will continue to say this forever. That block will just stay there forever until we add another say block saying, with nothing in it. Now we hit space. Well, that doesn't do anything without a control block, but yeah. So usually you're not going to want to use that much, so let's just keep the for yummy cheese puffs for 2 seconds, but we're going to make it for 1 second. I don't use these ones much, but who knows, you might use them for something. I usually use for a certain amount of time. And then the think block is different. So now the think block, it's basically the same, but you've got a little thought bubble instead. So think, I wanna eat them. I don't know why I had so many A's. I wanna eat them. And let's have that for 2 seconds. So this means when we hit space, he'll say it for 1 second, and then he'll go to thinking now. So, you're my cheese puffs. I wanna eat them. So yeah, that's how that works. Then we got the think is the same as to say. So now we've got the show and hide blocks. Now these are kind of useless without in the same script if you don't have one of the control blocks. But let's put them in different scripts now. So let's give these to the cheese puff actually. Let's actually put in a broadcast block. So now he says, I wanna eat them. And now we'll have him broadcast the message. Now the cheese puff will receive that message and then he will think, oh no, don't eat me. He will think that he will hide. Now we got the broadcast incorporated. So now you'll see how this works. First we can move the cat around a bit. Then we hit space. Yummy cheese puffs, I wanna eat them. Oh no, don't eat me. Boop. And he disappears. Now we can make the cat. Now let's add another script to make the cat say something and brings him back. So let's add another when key press block. Let's do the A key. And let's have him say, I'm not gonna eat you for 2 seconds, and then think, no, not think, because I'm on a diet. Then we'll have him broadcast a message, but we gotta have it be another message. If we have it the same, say, as message 1, then it will trigger this same script again. So we're gonna, now you hold this, now we click open the list. No, don't do that, we open the list. Now his script is running, but we can't see him, so it's not actually happening. Now we click new message. Let's name this message no. Just kind of no. Now we go back to the cheese puffs, and when I receive no, then we use the show block to bring them back and say Let me set this up. Oh no! If you got a hide block anywhere in your script, you're gonna need the when green flag clicked show block, because otherwise it'll stay hidden. So let's start up the thing again. Now he's here. You're my cheese puffs. I wanna eat them. Oh no, don't eat me. Now hit A. I'm not gonna eat you because I'm on a diet. Okay. And now he's back. This is beautiful. Now, let's change to the. Let's add the switch. We got the switch costume blocks, and these costumes involve. These blocks involve costumes. So, but first, let's add a background. Now you know what costumes are. Let's go to the backdrop and add a background. So we got backdrops where costumes would be. Now we got backdrops. So we can make a backdrop, or we can pick a backdrop by doing. Let's pick a backdrop. Let's do. It can be in the neon tunnel. There we go. Now they are in the neon tunnel. It looks all right. It's okay. It's pretty good. Now we can give it a backdrop one. So now we got this background. It's gonna be this background the whole time. But let's paint it a bit. Let's use the paint editor. So I'm sure you know how a paint editor works. So let's click to the color block and then let's pick a color. Let's make where it's all blue. Let's change that to green. Oh, it's getting rid of some of these. You're not involved there. Let's just change the lines. Instead of black, we can make this line red. This line red. Apparently this is not a thing. Apparently that's all connected to this or something like that. And so is that pink, apparently. I can't really do anything here. This is very hard to paint this one. I don't know what all that's about. Let's just paint these lines. Come on. Apparently we can't do the pink ones. I mean, probably do this one. This one we can do, but not these. But I want to keep it symmetrical. I don't know. It must be just something weird with the backdrop. Let's yeah, we'll make this red too, and then do the line, come on, line, line, 9, line, and a line. So now we have this all filled in there. And let's, yeah, this is all good now, but I'm not sure that I want it like this. I don't know if I want that like this. So let's change it. We can pick these. Let's put it like this. So we can do that. That looks okay. I don't know if I like that, but we're gonna keep it like that for now. Let's go back to the script of the cat. So can add the switch costume block. So let's, now as you can see, if I click this, it switches the costume to costume 2, and if I change it to 1, it will switch to costume 1. Now, or I could just click next costume, and that just cycles through the costume list. So, and this will also change the backdrop. We can make something we do to the cat change the backdrop. I don't know why you would want to do that. You can just do that in the backdrop script. But let's do that. Let's add next costume. When upper, let's always have the next costume block when they move. So that means as long as we're holding it, they'll keep moving and changing their costume. Boop 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 boop. Boop 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 boop. It looks like they're running super fast. I don't know. Gotta get them too fast. It's pretty cool. And I like that. But we could make it move a bit slower with the control blocks, but we're not gonna get to that yet. We're not gonna get to that just yet. So let's do a change color effect. No, we'll change effect. So the effects are different. There's all kinds of different effects you can do. So we can change the color effect. Boop, 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 boop. Change the color effect. We can make the cat different colors. we can change the fisheye effect. And that does this. But there is a way you can clear it by clicking Clear Graphic Effects. Boop. That clears all the effects. Whirl. We'll twist it up a bit. Clear. What else is there? Pixelate. Makes it even, we can make it as pixely as possible. Oh no. Oh no. How? What's going on here? How far pixel can we make this? Okay, let's clear the effects. Actually, there's a way to fix this. We can change the number to negative to bring the effect down a bit. So now, let's change it back to 25 so that we can go to the next effect. We can bring that up. Mosaic. That's this. It does this. Bum 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 bum. Makes a bunch of them. Brightness. He's glowing. He's the glowing cat. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Bum bum bum. I think now if we change the color effect, will that like affect that at all? Brightness. Yeah, if we switch over to color. Why is it not? Oh no, something's messed up. I messed something up. Clear graphic effects. Oh, he's running backwards now. Oh no, something's messed up. Let's start the script over. Oh no, did we mess with his rotation style or something? Direction -90, no, that's 90 degrees. Oh no, he's messed up. That's not 90 degrees. I think he got flipped around. I think did we flip the costume? No, that's the way the costume's supposed to be. I think we flipped him. Well, there we go. It was something to do with the effects. There, okay, he's back to normal now. It was something to do with those effects. I don't know what that was all about. And there's one more. There's the ghost effect, which makes him just a bit more transparent every time we click it. Now let's clear the graphic effects, and he's back to normal. And we can also set the effect. That just automatically does it to a certain number. So then we can change the size. We can change the size by 10. Or set it to a certain percent. 100% is their regular size. That's 170%. How to get there? If we change it to 100%, that gets back to its normal size. And we can shrink it by doing a negative number in there. Go to front. This is all layers. If you have multiple sprites, you can have one be in the front. See, if we want the cheese puffs to be in front of there, we can put in a go to front block in the front of the script. So now, when we do this, the cheese puff is in the front. Now I go behind the cheese puffs. Dum bum 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 bum. Okay, so now I go behind the cheese puffs. Now the cheese puffs are in front because the cheese puffs are better. Now we can also go back a certain number of layers, and these are more of those like where you drag into the circle things. So okay, let's move to the control blocks now, because these are very important blocks. These are extremely important. The wait block. This puts a little time in between. If you put these in between blocks, you have to wait that long before the next block in the script is executed. So if he says that for 2 seconds, then thinks, because I'm on a diet, but now he'll wait and do nothing for 1 second, then he'll think because I'm on a diet. So let's start this over. I'm not gonna eat you. Wait, because I'm on a diet. Oh man. So that is very important. And there's more. These loop blocks are extremely important, but we'll have to get to this next time, and guys, because that's gonna have to be it for today's episode. thanks for watching. If you like what you see, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.